Good morning. It is day 14. Holy shit. Tomorrow means we're halfway through. That's a big deal, you guys. I don't know. I think it's a big deal. Anyway, doing a little check-in. How am I feeling? I'm feeling good. My body's feeling good. My brain's feeling good. I'm feeling rested and energized and clear and ready to do all the things that I need to do today, which is awesome. So here's your second reminder. If you are feeling overwhelmed and just overtaxed and super triggered by things, maybe you need a little rest. Turn off your phone, find a quiet corner, put on some relaxing music if you need to, and take care of yourself and rest. Rest like a mother lover. It is so good for you. Okay, anyway, that's enough about rest. What thoughts have come to me? So something that has been bouncing around in my brain since the pandemic is my why. So I have not done proper massage in 4 months, right? It's a long time. And I miss it and I love it. I love it. But I've been really thinking about why I love it. Because in this pandemic, I have not been able to see people. And I've been thinking about how I can shift my business. What is it that I'm providing for people? What is it that I love from my job? What is it that I'm really offering people? What if I could not do massage ever again? What would I want to do? So I've been thinking a lot about this. There are lots of things that I love about providing therapeutic massage. I mean, there's the hands-on manipulation of soft tissues, which is just really interesting and fascinating. Like, no matter how many times I've released a shoulder or a low back or a hip or whatever, it still is very exciting to me, which is great. But what are the things, what is the root of why I love providing this service? So the first thing that is super important to me is creating safe space. Now, I lived most of my life in chronic pain and I had trust issues and I was super self-conscious about my body and all the things. And so I was afraid of getting a massage for the first time. I was 22 years old when I had my first massage, and I had been living with a neck problem since I was in 7th grade. And I have always been overweight, and I had huge body issues, and I had huge trust issues and safety concerns and all the things. And I was afraid of getting a massage. Through the convincing of some friends, they said, you should really just do this. So I did. And it was the most incredible experience of my life because A, they were making my neck feel better, but B, they provided a safe space for me. I did not feel judged. I felt nurtured and cared for, and they put all of their intention into my well-being and my comfort and me being relaxed and feeling safe. And that was huge. That was probably one of the biggest moments of my life. That was a moment that turned a lot around for me. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I got into massage, is because I had the opportunity to pay it forward, to create a safe environment for people to just show up as they are and feel like they could receive the work. And that is the first thing, providing safe space. The second thing is facilitating in one's wellness. That is humbling and wonderful and beautiful, and I love that. I love seeing people. So here's how I do my business. You could come in and just have a massage, and that's fine. And some people just want that. They want to show up. They don't want to talk. They don't want to learn. They just want to receive a massage. And that's great. That's fine. But how I personally like to go about the session is I like to explore your life. What are you doing? What's your stress level? What are you physically doing with your body? What old injuries have you had? What kind of stress is happening in your life? All the things. Like, let's figure out who you are and what's going on, right? And then we get you on the table. And I like to explore sensations in the body. What does it feel like here? What happens when I do this? And just discover the body with the client. Because a lot of times what we do as humans is we're just on autopilot and we're soaring through our day, and what are we doing? We're just living our lives and we're coping the best we can, and we're just dealing with shit. A lot of times we're just dealing with stress, physical, emotional, or otherwise. And we're trying to take the best care of ourselves as we can. But a lot of times we're just kind of dealing with things. And so I like to present the external environment of what's going on with people, and then explore their internal environment of what's going on, and then piecing those two things together and figuring out how they ended up with this tension or this stress or this what have you. And so being a part of that discovery is really cool. And then the flip side of that, the other side of what happens after you start figuring out the why, is then what next? And so then doing these manual manipulations of soft tissues and movements and stretching and all these sorts of things, getting the person involved and understanding what they can do, providing these tools for them so they can figure out what they can do to facilitate their own healing and their own wellness, is so fucking rad. Because then, they've showed up in the safe space, right? They feel like they're being seen. They feel like they're being heard. They start looking at their lives through somebody else's eyes, right? Through a different lens, which is really helpful when you're receiving this kind of work, or you're getting coached by somebody. We have our own filter, and sometimes we need the filter of somebody else to see a different perspective, right? And so I like to offer a different perspective and offer alternative ideas and inspiration, and encourage them and empower them with all of this stuff, right? So that they can then take care of themselves and make it relatable to them and their own lives. It's all about understanding your environment, your external environment and your internal environment, and putting the pieces of those two things together and figuring out how to change where you are emotionally, physically, what have you. Creating that space and being a facilitator and helping people be their own investigators in their life and figuring out how to solve their own problems regarding their self-care, regarding feeling healthy, happy, and whole in their mind, in their body, feeling comfortable in their body, feeling safe in their body. And yeah, all those things. It's pretty rad. That's the stuff that gets me really, really excited. So yeah, what does that mean? What does that have to do with movement, Crystal? So, what does any of this long rant have to do with movement? It has to do with finding what you love, what gets you excited, what feels productive for you, and doing it. Right? That's how you should move. Find what works, find what feels good, find what brings you joy, and do it. And yesterday I had so much fun dancing that's what I'm gonna go do right now. I'm gonna go bust a move. I'm gonna put on some 80s hip hop. I'm gonna do it. Anyway, see you soon. If dancing just means moving your body to the rhythm of music, then sure, I'm dancing. But otherwise, it's not really dancing. Have you ever watched Monty Python? I'm going to see if I can find a clip of the Ministry of Silly Walks. Honestly, I should just record it sometime. What I do is my living space in this house there's like an open concept kitchen living room, and it's not very big. And I pace back and forth and I walk in certain ways. Sometimes I'll do like these high knees with punches in the air. Sometimes I do like I don't know. But it reminds me of the Ministry of Silly Walks by Monty Python, and I'm going to find a clip of that and put it in here, I think. Anyway, so that is my most favorite form of movement because it just feels good, like to find a way that resonates with my body and move it that way. And I love music, and so putting that to choreographing it to music, it's my interpretive dance. Whatever. So that's today's nugget, is find what you love, find what feels good, find what feels right, and be damned all of those who tell you that it's not the right way to move or the right workout or what have you. It can be whatever you want it to be. Just move your body, find what feels right, and move it. Because you're the one that has to do it, right? You should like it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Tomorrow is day 15. Holy shit, halfway through. Mwah. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. You have no idea what that means to me. It's a gift. It's an honor. And yeah, if you appreciate anything that I have to say, please share it. And if you'd like to show your appreciation even further, you can sign up for a Patreon membership or throw a little coin in my PayPal tip jar, and I'll leave links for that at the end of this video. All right, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.